The longer we crochet and perfect our skills, the more often there can be situations where instructions can be telling us one thing, but we know that it's better to do it slightly differently. Or when we are working on something and making it up as we go, we learn to alter techniques and also the equipment we use, even within one project. Some simple examples of this. Some projects are better finished off with a sharp needle and others with a blunt needle. So we learn the difference on the basis of the stitches and the material we have used. Another example would be that in some projects it's better to turn differently on the right hand row and in the wrong side row. And also simply when you select your hooks, these are the same size but they're different kinds. So it's something along those lines that we are talking about today, but this has to do with stitches. And let's look at this here a bit more closely to see what I mean. And with this I'm explaining what I mean by half stitches. It's something that can be useful when you are growing stitches so that the height of them gets higher all the time, or if you are shaping something like this here, or like in here, it's an angel, each stitch of the wing is growing higher. And this kind of thing can especially happen when you're crocheting a border or shaping clothes. So let's see what I mean. I'll do another one like that here. So first of all, you do a single crochet, and I'm using American crochet terms. Okay, for double crochets there is a half stitch. So you do half double crochet, and then to get slightly higher, you do a double crochet. Now you continue, and if I do the next one, an ordinary treble, it is considerably higher and it's not growing evenly. You know, it should only be that height there. As you can see, it turns downwards because it grows too quickly. So instead of that, so we start the treble normally. And as you know, normally you take a yarn over and always pull through 2 loops. And we start like that. But now what happened when we did that, it was too high. So what I mean by half stitch is very simply this. You pull through straight away. So then you have a stitch that is in between a double crochet and a treble. And now when I do an ordinary treble, each time through 2 loops, it grows more evenly. And the same happens if I now do even higher stitches, a double treble, which means 3 yarn overs. I'm going in here, and an ordinary double treble, you always go through 2 stitches, and the same happens. It's too high, it's bending downwards. So instead, I start normally, and now you need to decide if you here pull through 2 or if you're already pulling through all of them. But in any case, you would now, when you have 3 left, you would pull through them. And in this case, with this yarn, it looks fine like that. And then after that only, you will do an ordinary double treble, where you pull the yarn always through 2 loops. So that way you get a very even height of the stitches and not sort of a dented bits that you then need to be stretching out to make it look nice. And as I mentioned, in working with all sorts of projects, I used this a lot already as a teenager. And then later on, when I started occasionally looking at ready-made patterns, I was surprised that so far I had never seen this. And yet it's something that's worth using a lot. So this was one of the things that could be called fine-tuning your crochet. And just recently I published this here video, and watch especially the end of it, because I show a place there where you would make the difference of turning differently at the different ends in certain cases. All the time fine-tuning crochet is something that I haven't even been very conscious of doing, but now looking back I have been doing that ever since I was a teenager. So off and on I will be making more of these type of fine-tuning videos. Thank you for watching.